what I like about this palette color choices, because they really do flatter my yellow Asian skin tone a lot. At least now I have some dried rose kind of colors that works for me. But I think what this palette is really lacking Hi everyone, my name is Crystal and I am back for a new video. Hi guys, so today's video I'm going to be doing is a little review on CLIO and AESPA's Pro Eyeshadow Palette collaboration. AESPA is now endorsing CLIO and they actually created, I believe, 3 new eyeshadow palettes, and the whole theme is in SEOUL Forest, which is that whole cozy vibes, but in terms of different undertones like cool tones, neutrals and warm tone. Your girl here picked up the warm one, which is actually this one. So it's number 12, Autumn Breeze in SEOUL Forest. This is how it looks like. I only picked up one because I'm a financially responsible adult, kind of, and yeah, this is how it looks like. You can see that has this dried rose kind of colors over here. You have this type of fall leaves, dried leaves, and generally just a very cozy and muted vibe, I would say. And normally this is the kind of colors that I would tend to wear when it comes to daily wear or just going to work and stuff like that. The packaging itself is also updated, so this is the old ones, and yeah, you can tell they just did away with the opaque plastic. I believe I paid 38 Singapore dollars for it. On the official Shopee shop for CLIO, it's 49.90 Singapore dollars. That is a... You hear that siren? You hear that siren? They said it's $50. Actually more expensive compared to the older palettes as well. On Yestyle, I'm currently checking. It's 31.14 Singapore dollars. It's cheaper there. Go and check it out over there. I actually do have a code with Yestyle. Code here, it's Crystal. If you guys choose to use my code, you save some money as well, but it's a commission code, so if you guys, I do get a kickback out of it basically if you guys choose to use it. If you don't, it's okay, it's perfectly fine, but know that if you choose to use it, thank you so much. I smacked the mic, god damn it, I'm sorry. For $50, this isn't worth it, sis. I would say that. But if you can get it for 31 to 38 Singapore dollars, yes, definitely. Because I am in general quite happy with CLIO as a brand, even though they are not the cheapest out there. The quality of makeup they produce is really A+ tier quality. So in terms of product quantity, this palette you get 0.6 grams in each pan, and of course 10 shades, and it's also the same for the older palettes over here. In the back, they actually do say 0.6 grams times 10. The brushes in these palettes, they actually provide a brush for each of these Pro eyeshadow palettes. This brush is actually slightly different from the regular one, so I believe this is in the Rusted Rose. So the Rusted Rose one is this one, and you can see that this is definitely flatter, while this is more of a blending brush almost. And then for the other end, you can see that this is a shorter and denser brush, while this is more of a rounded tip kind of brush over here. So yeah, just to let you guys know. So as you guys can see, I do own 2 of the older Pro eyeshadow palettes, Rusted Rose and Street Pastel. So I do have these 2 to put into comparison with this new palette, and I definitely would say that I prefer this more than these 2 at least, because the shades show up on my skin better. What I like about this palette is the terms of color choices, because they really do flatter my yellow Asian skin tone a lot. I usually would use this shade, and this shade, but I think what this palette is really lacking is a deep dark brown kind of shade, because when I was using this palette, I felt that they all kind of had this same tonal value in general, and I felt like something was missing. Maybe it's also because of my style in a sense, because I like to really deepen my eyeshadows and give that kind of depth to it, which I felt like this is kind of lacking, even though in terms of tonal range, this is a light to maybe a medium dark. In terms of application, it's smooth, buttery, no fuss, no nothing, no patchiness, and definitely with an eyeshadow primer, the colors really do hold into place. They last really almost the whole day from my experience yesterday when I wore it. My gripe with this palette is really there's no deeper shade. So example, you may say that, oh, these two are pretty deep. Yeah, they are, but on the skin for yellow Asian skin tones, they're not really that deep. They're kind of like a light, medium best, honestly speaking. So I'm just doing the quick swatches. I will put up actual swatches, I believe, but yes. You can see they're not really that deep on my kind of skin tone. These two browns over here, I have it on this eye. You can see that it goes well with my skin really well. Like, it's almost like too well in a sense. So it really depends on your makeup taste. Do you want your eyeshadows to look like second skin barely there kind of thing? You don't want people to know that, oh, I'm wearing eyeshadow kind of stuff. Then yes, this kind of colors, A+ quality kind of stuff. If you're the type like me who likes to have a lot of, you must have a deep dark brown in your eyeshadow palettes, then maybe you might need to bring a single or something or extra quad with that deep dark brown with you. However, I must add that the dried rose kind of colors are really well done in this palette, because I used to dislike dried rose kind of colors on me because the grayness in dried rose will actually clash with my very yellow, sallow kind of skin tone as well. So the pinks in here, these kind of colors really look well on my skin. I don't look like tired or just very grey on my eyes. You can tell that it looks bright. It does not look grey or dull at all, and I really like that. So at least now I have some dried rose kind of colors that works for me. My gosh, it's a hard time to find dried rose color because I actually tried to find some and then I avoided it for so long, and finally this, really good. You get 3 different types of shimmers, glitters in this palette. They actually did away with the whole, you know, the whole Huda Beauty kind of melted kind of color. Like example, oh, I'm gonna drop the, yes. Example for Rusted Rose, you can see the purple one, this one over here. You can see that whole like gemstone kind of look to it. They actually did away with it already, and it's just this, and it looks definitely more cleaner. This beige shimmer over here, it's your typical beigey shimmer like this. Very smooth, and it's just really nice. Very easy to use with all the other shades. If you just want to have like 2 eyeshadows, you have 1 matte in your crease and 1 beige. This one, you're good to go, that's it. You also have 2 glitters over here. This is kind of like your micro glitter actually. So this is how it looks like, very wet, very pretty. I don't know why am I doing swatches now. I'll do swatches later, but yeah, I just want to show you guys like, ooh, look at that. That is very pretty. My god. It kind of looks like a brown in the pan, but when the light hits, it kind of flips to an orangey kind of color, and it's very pretty. The micro glitters are really pretty. I have it on, I believe, this eye over here, and you can see this. The intensity is just there and it's just right. I really like this micro glitter a lot. On this eye, actually, on the top, you don't look at the bottom like my SEOUL, but like the top, I'm actually using the beigey kind of color, so you can see the difference in terms of like wetness. That this is really intense, and I actually prefer my eyeshadow looks to look somewhat intense. So this shade over here, this is your chunky, big, fat glitter. I actually have it on my SEOUL right over here, and you can tell I don't know how I feel about it. What do you guys think? Are you guys down for this trend? Because I know that this whole SEOUL thing is trending again. Throwback to like 2009, 2010 K-pop. Oh my god, except back then it was literally silver metallic. Whoa, war flashbacks. In general, I actually avoid glitter, to be very honest, because I just find it so difficult to remove it. I don't own any glitter glue, so I'm really just using eyeshadow primer, and then you just like pat it on top and like I just leave it. And of course, with certain formulation and technology of eyeshadow and eyeshadow glitters, some of them will really just stay there, but there'll always be that 1 or 2 rogue glitter like hanging onto your cheek, your chin, or your nose, nose and you just can't seem to get rid of it. Like, go away kind of thing. You're like that clingy ex that you're like, just go away, I don't want you anymore kind of stuff. Even when it comes to removal, what I'll do is I'll take a cotton pad, soak it for like 15 seconds and then I pull away. There will still be glitter, but so far, my experience with it yesterday when it came to removal of this eyeshadow palette, no issues, no nothing, really no, so good. Like I believe I used this glitter over here, the micro glitter. I was very, very pleased because that means I actually can use the glitters now, because the glitters in these palettes are really, really pretty, but of course it differs from palettes to palettes whether they actually can do this whole like removal, no fuss, no nothing kind of thing. So yeah, but again, I am not sure whether these glitters are eye safe. You're an adult, you know, be responsible, make do and take the risk if you want to do pretty eyeshadow looks, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I actually don't really use glitters that often, but I really, really do like these glitters over here. So yeah, I am generally quite pleased with this palette. I want to wear this palette more now because I'm just like, ooh, I want to wear everything. What do I put with my eyes? Do I use this? Do I use that? Like, oh, so pretty, so nice. Granted, I really do feel like the browns here, it could be, just a little bit more different. But yeah, I'm just really happy now that I finally found a dried rose kind of eyeshadow colors that will suit my skin tone, because I think that was truly what was lacking in my eyeshadow collection. Let me know if you plan on picking up the Pro eyeshadow palettes from CLIO and AESPA. What are your thoughts? Do you plan on picking it up, or do you just like, oh, these are pretty like eyeshadow palettes, they're like eye candy, but I'll just observe it from far kind of thing? Yes, I felt like the other two palettes, like the neutrals and the cool tone one, they were like kind of thing, because the neutrals were like, I believe, in all matte, which I don't really like care for all matte looks. I prefer like shimmers, I want the wetness, I want the bling, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I picked up this one. This one was really the one that was the star of the show for me. So yes, and cool tones, yeah, cool tones on me don't look the best because of my very yellow skin tone, and also I have the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. That one is set for me because I have all the cool tones I need. I don't need any more cool tones, and unless like some other like YouTuber or beauty blogger says that, oh, this is really good for like yellow skin tones, I will be on that. I would check that out, but I think I'm good with whatever cool tone situation I have right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Do remember to hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I do videos about skincare, beauty, cosmetics, so if you're interested in that, remember to hit the like, subscribe, and also ring the bell, because the bell notifies you on when I upload. I usually upload on Fridays, so you guys can keep a check out for that. And yeah, thank you so much once again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Bye!